Well, hi BookTube. I suppose I'll make a video, even though I'm not really in the mood. I don't know. Been kind of out of it. Today is, according to my diary, it is January the 24th, 2017. It is going on, according to my clock, 1:10 in the afternoon. So I'm sitting here in my main study. I was thinking about what to say in this video, and like I always say, well, I mentioned my diary. I'm on page 66 of my 2017 diary. Today here in West Michigan, it is cold, gray, and ugly. That's about it. This morning, I didn't really read any this morning. My wife was off, and we got up this morning. Well, I got up. My wife was already up. And I wrote in my diary, but I wasn't really in the mood to read anything. I have been reading in the mornings these two books, The Refiner's Fire, The Making of a Mormon Cosmology, 1644 to 1844, by John L. Brooke, and I have been reading The Money Cult, Capitalism, Christianity, and the Making the American Dream by Chris Lehmann. I've been reading these two books in the mornings the last week. I'm not really in the mood to read anything else in the morning as far as Christian-wise. Just kind of out of it. In the afternoons, I have been reading American Philosophy, a love story by John Craig. And I've been reading Life at the Bottom, The Worldview That Makes the Underclass by Theodore Dalrymple. So I was reading those, and I also been reading Aubrey's Brief Lives, edited by Oliver Lawson Dick. As I mentioned, there's the life and times of John Aubrey is in here, a little biographical sketch of John Aubrey's life. And I've been still reading John Aubrey, My Own Life by Ruth Scurr, which is a biography. He was born in 1626, and he lived a long life. So I've been reading those. His life takes place during the Cromwellian, Oliver Cromwell in the Civil War. I got this book out to look at last week, Oliver Cromwell and the Rule of the Puritans in England by Sir Charles Firth. This is a biography, and it goes into the time period that Aubrey lived. The things that he mentions in here are a little bit more detailed in this little biography of Oliver Cromwell. So, been looking at that. And I got some books in the mail. I got this biography in the mail the other day. I've been reading it the last 2 days. Hiding Man, a biography of Donald Barthelme. And he's known for his short stories. Great Days by Donald Barthelme, and Overnight, Too Many Distant Cities by Donald Barthelme, and 60 Stories. This is in the Penguin Classics by Donald Barthelme. So I've been reading those the last couple of days. So I've been reading on him. And then I got at a thrift store, I found, yesterday I went to thrift stores around where we live, and I already found one book, which I already have. I'll take this to Library Used Bookstore Saturday, where I volunteer. These are novellas by Jim Harrison. The Woman Lit by Fireflies. I have this already, but I'll take it to the book nook. It only cost me $0.25. And I got in the mail today this translation out of I think he was an Argentinian writer, Antonio Di Benedetto Zama. This is translated out of Spanish by Esther Allen. This is in the New York Review Books Classic series. I got that in the mail today. And then I got a book I got in the mail that I pre-ordered a while back. Apocalypse, Jazz, Race, the Beats and Drugs by Martin Torgoff. I already have a book of his I bought a couple of years ago. Can't Find My Way Home. America in the Great Stoned Age, 1945 to 2000. This is it says here in the back of this book, from the nicotine allure of the bebop and beat generation to the psychedelic 1960s Vietnam and the cocaine-fueled disco era, the crack epidemic, and the ecstasy-induced rave culture, illegal drugs have had profoundly shaped America's culture landscape. In Can't Find My Way Home, journalist and filmmaker Martin Torgoff chronicles what a long, strange trip it's been as the American century became the Great Stone Age. Weaving together first-person accounts and historical background, Can't Find My Way Home is a narrative vast in scope, yet rich in intimate detail. Turgoff tells the stories of those whose lives became synonymous with the drug culture, from Charlie Parker, Allen Ginsberg, Timothy Leary, John Belushi, and to ordinary people who felt their consciousness expanded, who plumbed the depths of addiction. He also examines the broader impact of drugs on society and politics, from the war on drugs to the recovery movement and the continuing debate over the drug policy. This is that I Can't Find My Way Home. And this one, this new one by him, Apocalypse, with an intricate storyline that unites engaging characters and themes and reads like a novel. Apocalypse details the use of early drug culture in America by weaving together desperate elements that form this new and revolutionary element of the American social fabric. Drawing upon his rich decades of writing experience, master storyteller Martin Turgoff connects the birth of jazz in New Orleans, the first drug laws, Louis Armstrong, Mitz Merrill, Harry Anslinger, and the Federal Bureau of Narcotics, swing, Lester Young, Billie Holiday, the Salve Ballroom, Reefer Madness, Charlie Parker, the birth of bebop, the rise of the Beat generation, and the coming of heroin to Harlem. Fans of jazz, the beats, and counterculture and drug history will find much to enjoy here, with a cast of characters that includes vivid and memorable depictions of Billie Holiday, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Jackie McLean, Allen Ginsberg, William S. Burroughs, Jack Kerouac, Herbert Huncke, Terry Southern, and countless others. Apocalypse is also a living history that teaches us much about the conflicts and questions surrounding drugs today, casting many contemporary issues in a new light by connecting them back to the events of that transformative era. At a time when marijuana legalization is rapidly becoming a reality, it takes us back to the advent of marijuana prohibition, when the templates of modern drug law, policy, and culture were first established, along with the racial stereotypes. As a new opioid epidemic sweeps through the white working and middle-class communities, It brings us back to when heroin first arrived on the streets of Harlem in the 1940s. As we debate and grapple with the gross racial disparities of mass incarcation, putting in prison, jail, to incarceration, it puts into sharp, provocative focus the racism at the very roots of the drug war. So I really enjoyed when I read this several years ago. This came out in 2004. This just came out in 2017. So those are the books that I've been looking at today and through the last couple of days. Today, like I said, is a Tuesday. Tomorrow is a Wednesday. Not much going on here. Like I said, the weather kind of sucks. I've just been writing in my diary, reading my books, watching the birds, just trying to stay sane in this world that seems to be going crazy. So until next time, I thank you for the comments. Thank you for new subscribers. Tell me who you are, those who subscribe, and tell me what you like to read, and if you keep journals, and what do you write about, and if you got any questions, anything you want to talk about. Now, sometimes I have to make a qualification. I'm mostly knowledgeable about the Bible, theology, and church history, history of biblical interpretation, English Puritanism, American Christianity. I'm not that knowledgeable in like literary theory, or I'm mostly I was educated to be an evangelical, Bible-believing gospel minister, and I'm very conservative biblically. I go by the Bible. I'm an old Bible thumper, but like you can see, I have somewhat of a broad mind when it comes to certain things, as far as art and music and literature. But I'm not knowledgeable in a lot of things. So you can ask me questions, and I'll try to answer them, but I might fail. But anyway, I thank you for the new subscribers, and until next time, I hope all is well, and have a good week. Bye.